What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Derail Valley. So here we are at the museum in City South. We are working on 2 locomotives at the moment and getting them ready. But today, I think we need to go and get some money. All will be revealed. Please do grab yourself a drink. Let's hit the rails. Right then guys, so last time we brought the utility vehicle back from Machine Factory in town with the trailer on the back. We had 2 drivetrains, one for the DH4, one for the DM3. So we have installed both drivetrains, which cost us money on top of what we paid for the drivetrains, and also we have repaired the DM3 in terms of mechanically what needed to be done. So she currently drives, which we tested out at the end of the last video. What she now needs is a paint job just to finish things off. So we're going to need to buy some sand and some paint from Machine Factory. Now, we're not heading up there just at the moment. We have a couple of other things that we need to do. One of those things is getting some more funds behind us. Because, yeah, we want to unlock the final licenses as well. We've got 386,000. An update on the DH4. We haven't got the repair work done on this yet. The DM3 costs us about 100,000 to repair, so I don't want to spend any more money on the DH4 just yet, although obviously when the time comes, once we've got the money, it's no problem. That should be pretty easy to pull her into the repair lane, into the manual service lane and get that done. We picked up the caboose as well, so we've got quite a few things on our side. Alright, so that leaves us with what we do in this episode. Well, there's no jobs going here that are of any value in City South. So I suggest that we take the DE6s into Harbour Town, get them manually serviced and then see what's happening there. We're not going to be doing it tonight. We haven't had a good rest for a couple of days, so let's head over to the service, over to the station office and basically get ourselves a good night rest. So we'll lie ourselves down on the sofa here, get the maximum rest possible, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Alright, so here we are. It's a new day, it's a new dawn. It looks absolutely beautiful outside, except it looks like it's been raining. So what's happening weather-wise? Okay, it's overcast at the moment with some cloud in. It's going to be raining up until about 3 o'clock there, it's saying, when the sun comes out, and then cloudy again. What a lovely day. Right, there's no jobs going here of any value, like I said. So let's head ourselves to Harbour Town. We're going to get one of these D6s started up. In fact, let's just get the brakes released, because these brakes will all be on after we've had a sleep. Is the Slug brake on? Normally it isn't. No, it isn't. So because there's 2 locos either side of it, the game considers that the Slug brake doesn't need to be on. Right, let's hop in here. We'll throw her forward, get that locked open. Yeah, brake is coming off. Get some lights on. And yeah, 1 DE6 is enough to pull this entire set. So away we go. We'll close the window as well so we can hear. One little tip, by the way, that I noticed, just while we're waiting for it to get moving a bit. If you open the station map, so as we're heading into Harbour Town, let's set our switches. So while you've got this open, if you hover over another switch, you can switch that one, which is a little bit dangerous, I think, because if, for example, you have a switch in the background, or say you turn slightly to the side, well, that's no use. Say that switch there, you could easily click that and end up going in the wrong direction, even splitting your train. Yeah, so we're going to get this switch set like that so that we go into the service section of Harbour Town. Also, I'm going to have a look on this route map, because that will need switching and that will take us into Harbour then. Alright, everything else is looking good. So we'll just settle back into this drive. I think I'm going to change some of these things around. So this clinometer is as useful as it is. Like now, for example, we can see that we're going uphill. We'll get a bit of power on. It's not the most useful for it to be there. I think I'm going to set it more central. this clock is no use up there. I mean, it's fine to glance up at, but this speedometer I think I'm going to set above there. I might put the clock here, just so everything's in view. Like I said, these remote units I'm either going to move to here or down there. I mean, it could go there, but it's going to then be laid down. Not ideal. There we go, there's our beautiful set of D6s. 4 of those back to back with a slug in between the front two. So that red marker on the map there, I think is the caboose, and I don't know what the... So you can... Oh, right, so you can fast travel to it. Oh, right, that's quite cool. I didn't know that. So that's why it comes up on the map. You learn something new every time you play this game, I tell you. Okay, we are heading downhill now, so let's just get the power off. Put some dynamic on. Ah, I've just found the keys for dynamic. O and L. Okay, we're still a bit downhill. We'll let her build up a little bit of speed and then we'll just utilise dynamic just to keep her under control. Even having that digital speedometer there, I'd still tend to look at this more. Looks beautiful out there, actually. Look at that. Yeah, so we're still going downhill, so no power needed. Slowed off quite a bit there. I think we're levelling out. We can expect quite a lot of downhill though going into Harbour Town, especially in this end section, but we'll be there soon anyway, so just keep it moving. In fact, if we open this window, we'll get a view of the military base. Yeah, there's the military base. Can't really see what's happening there at the moment, though. Yeah, so we've got a couple of jobs that I want to try and do in terms of military jobs I want to focus on next. But in order to do that, we've got a couple of licenses, I should have said, that need unlocking. So we've got Hazmat 3 and Military 3, and both of those are really expensive. I mean, I think one of them's 400,000. So if one of them's 400,000, the other one's going to be close to that, 250,000 plus. I can't remember. But yeah, I think Military 3 is 400,000, so quite a bit there in terms of money that we need. One of the reasons why I didn't repair the DH4 yet, although we will aim to do that kind of ASAP. We're well within our means there in terms of getting around this corner. Right, so we'll just keep it going like this. Better view of the military base there. still very difficult to see what's happening. So our first point of call when we get in here is manually service these guys, get that out of the way, get all our fees cleared off, and see where we're at. The one thing that we won't have to worry about actually, once we have our own vehicles, is clearing fees before we unlock licenses, so that's really good. Wow, that dynamic's just holding it beautifully there. Okay, so we're just coming into Harbour Town now. That looks stunning, to be fair. Absolutely immense. I love the state of this game at the moment in terms of not having to worry about other trains, signals, stuff like that. I'm assuming that this turntable is still set as we left it. Wow, there's 3 DH4s there. Wow, that could make some interesting activity. Okay, so we're almost there now. We'll be able to service all of these 5 units just using the one connection. So there we have it, guys. Oh, we've left the wipers on though. Alright, we'll hop down then. So, yes, we've got 5 units here ready to be serviced, so let's get started. Ah, diesel. We didn't even plug that in. Please don't tell me... Oh, it just reached. So some of these D6s will be more... require more attention than others. I'd say those two are maybe the rears that we've barely used. Although, actually, these aren't very expensive either. Okay. Ah, nice little bill there. I'm happy with that. Right, okay. So, now that that's done, actually, we'll take that off if it'll let us. Right. We'll leave those there for 2 seconds, just while we go to the station office and just clear our other fees. We can also see what jobs are going. We'll have to go to the military base as well. Right, let's see then. Right, not a great deal. I wish there was a pay all. Right, so this is a DE2. I think these will all be DE2s. There'll be 3 DE2s, I think. And a lot of these costs will just be emissions. It'll be interesting to see what that 1,900... It might be that's the DE2 at the museum. Yeah, I think it is. Because we've used it and we haven't manually serviced it. We could have manually serviced that at the museum, but anyway. Oh, I've pressed the wrong thing. Right, there we go. Okay, no fees. So, license-wise, I thought I could scroll down there. It's not letting me do it. So, we've got the Steam locos outstanding for the licenses. I'm leaving those to last. Hazmat is 290,000, and then we've got Military 3, which is 400,000, and we have got 373,000 in our wallet. So what jobs are going? Right, so there's a city buses job here, Shunting. That's quite a bit of work, that. Anyway, 27,000, so we'll put that over there as a possibility. So these two are shunting jobs, offloads, and this is only one drop-off for a decent pay. I think this one's worth doing. So this one's coming from Machine Factory and is going to be basically unloading and then storing a train with city buses. It's one drop-off. So let's get that one done, I think. Let's go and find where that is. I'm expecting it to be in the E-yard. Wow, what the heck? Or maybe not. Alright, so that's the second time in recent times when I've fallen literally straight through the map. Okay, so I've grabbed our jobs again, laid those out. So we'll do this one first if it'll actually let us get across the way without falling through the map. Farm, Machine Factory, and then Iron Mine West. So they're now in order in there. So obviously this one is going to be separate to the others. I'm going to watch out for the puddles here. I think I felt like because I jumped into one of the puddles, I just fell straight through the map. I'm going to take my time getting over there as well, just in case we have any more issues. The buses should be pretty easy to spot though. And actually, I don't think they're in E-yard like I first suspected. I think they might be over here. Wow, I thought I'd fallen again. Then it's actually scaring me now. Right, let's see. Right, they're not in G-yard either. Okay, they should not be difficult to spot, that's the thing. Right, there they are. Right, so this should be, yeah, HBSU 30. Okay, good stuff. Right, we know what we're doing. How heavy is it? 440, which means that the DE2 should handle this. Where are we? DE2. Yeah, so the DE2 should be fine as long as there's no rain. And even then, yeah, I think it'll be alright. So we can use our remote, which is awesome. We don't know which offloading yard we're going into. And I pray that those DE6s don't despawn now that we've paid them off. In fact, we'll start them up before the end of the episode so that we have some fees on them. That we have some fuel usage. So we're going to C-yard with this. So we'll just take the parking brake off, eh? That's probably a good idea. And let's pair her up. Okay, so we've got a C loading yard and we've got a D loading yard. C3L and D whatever it is. D7 I think it is. D7L. So what we'll do is we'll just get it hooked up and then we'll go and establish what's happening in terms of where we're going. Right, so let's go and find out where we're going with these and then we'll get this job done, hopefully fairly swiftly and without issue. Alright, so yeah, we're picking up from C2I, we're going to D7L and back to C1S. Okay, so next stop is D7L. So this should be really straightforward. Oh, here comes the rain. Complaining about hot? Or just the first marker? Visibility is absolutely dreadful, so I'm glad we know where we're going and we know that that loading yard's not going to have anything in it. Not too sure where this yard ends in terms of where the marker is. Obviously, it does eventually come to an end before you reach the end of the track that then leads into the sea. So, yeah. Or at least a large lake. Can't even see on the external camera whether we're in or not. How far down do we have to go? I mean, what we can do is put a tiny bit more brake on. And we've got the remote, so we can let that brake do its thing while we go and see if we're actually in or not. Yes, we are. Right, so we can get full brakes on. Bring her to a nice stop, if she actually will. Where is the loading thing? There it is, right. So we're offloading these buses. And there they go. Having done that, we can now reverse. And looking at our manifest, we know that we're going into C1S, which requires us to switch a little bit in terms of the C yard. So C1S is there. Another thing that we can do while we're waiting for the train to reverse up, just put a tiny bit more power on, is actually go and see if there's anything in C1S at the moment. Now we do have a big ship in our way, so will the game let us jump over that? Well, yes. Now hopefully we won't fall through the map when we dash across this water section here. But yeah, it looks like C1. In fact, the whole of C yard is empty. So that's a really good thing, because it just means we can easily do this now, if we can actually find where our train is. And it is now coming along nice and steady. Can't see our... Oh yes, there's our loco. We can just see the lights. Alright, so we're in. So let's get a train brake on here. Let's uncouple. Let's shut it down. And we might as well power everything off. We'll put the parking brake on as well, because I don't think we're going to have much more use for her. Right, let's head over here to the station office and get this validated and get paid. So yeah, nice 40,000 in our pocket. So yeah, pretty good episode, I'd say overall. Really enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed it too. Yeah, next time we'll be basically loading up our D6s for these. Before I do that, I'm going to end this episode by starting up these D6s and getting them on the computer in terms of usage, so that we've got fees outstanding and then they won't despawn. So let's get them started up, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please do hit the like button. If you want to see more episodes like this, then please do hit the subscription button. And yeah, if you want to see unedited versions of these videos, where basically I'm driving full route instead of it being edited together due to time restraints, then please do check out the membership section. That might help you out if you like that type of thing. No pressure. Yeah, otherwise guys, best way to support the channel is hitting the like button. And also guys, hit me up in the comments section, because I love to hear from you guys with your tips and everything that you advise, is always much appreciated. So yeah, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of up-and-coming videos. Those are now all started, so they should be on the machine in terms of fees outstanding. We should have 5 lots of fees, hopefully nothing more. Yeah, so there we go. So we've got some D6s which are currently very quickly accumulating costs, and one DE2 which we've used, which costs us about 2 grand. So yeah guys, hope you've enjoyed it. I'm going to go and shut them back down, but thank you so much for joining me. And yes guys, please do take care of yourself, and I'll catch you guys again soon.